Hello there, YouTube. This is Tycooners Steve, and welcome to episode 15 of our Re-Art Park. Today we're going to be working in this area here, sort of connecting the land between our Stevens Island wrens and our Warras in the south here with a beautiful eastern elk exhibit. So let's go ahead and do this here. And I think to make this one a little more distinct, what I'm going to do is put in what I'm calling a waterfall viewer. I've done this, I don't know if I've done this on the channel yet, but the idea is that in order to give an unobstructed view of the animals, we're going to turn one of the sort of fence areas into this waterfall here, where we can have a nice, completely unobstructed view with practically no fence. And this is something that I traditionally do with sort of more carnivores or more dangerous creatures, but I'm going to use the elks here, because I think it's going to be nice to get a very nice, beautiful view of these guys here. If I can get this ground to come out as straight as I want. Come on, I want to put waterfall. Nope. Okay, it looks like it might be fighting me here. Let me go ahead and level you up. Not gonna let me level out. Get rid of the fence. Level. Okay, we're probably just gonna have to leave it like that with a little bit off. In fact, we'll probably have to adjust the other side so it's similar once we get everything going. Let's go ahead and get in some proper fencing here, using that wooden fence from the Australian pack, and lay down the ground here. So a little bit about eastern elk real quick. They were actually with us until the 1880s. That's when they officially went extinct. Apparently there were some reports of them still in certain parts of their range up in like northern or the Atlantic coast of Canada. But officially they went extinct in 1880. And at the time they were actually, apparently for a while, fairly widespread throughout the eastern United States and Canada. And if you're going through the eastern United States and Canada these days, you might say, what the heck, these guys aren't extinct because I can find elk in my backyard. And that's true, but those actually are western elks. What seems to have happened is that we've hunted the eastern elks to extinction, and then the western elks were overpopulated, so we introduced western elks into the now available eastern elk niche, and that's why we still have elks in that part of the United States and Canada. So, you know, one went really, really well for the western elks, did not go too well for the eastern elks. So we're going to go ahead and bring them back here today. Let me go ahead here. I think I'm just going to use the white plaster walls here for their paddock, or whatever I want to call it. Just do that across there. And we'll put in some horse boxes for like the stable area. I'm gonna have two stables areas in here and a little like middle of the path walkway for our zookeepers too. So we'll go ahead and make the zookeeper walkway there. Put some gated doors. And now we'll put in some sliding railings for the elks. Very good. Beautiful. Wonderful. And a door so we can actually get into this place. And we'll go ahead and put the ground on here, do the traditional cement, and then of course we'll put in like hay and stuff for our elks to lounge in as they luxuriously live in our Re-Art Park here. And we'll go ahead and extend the ground out like that. Oops. Perfect. And let's go ahead and extend this water around here, just so it doesn't look like it's magically appearing in the front. So yeah, just a little thing like that, I think is the way to go. We'll link it up with our approach to the Stevens Island wrens exhibit there. Put that there so we can bend that. Very good. And yeah, I'm thinking that's how we want the paths to be. So let's take a look at our eastern elks here. What do these guys eat? Well, inside the stables, we're gonna, inside the stables, we're gonna put the, put in a manger of hay, put in a manger of water. Drop some outside foods. We'll put in an actual shelter here them so they can be happy in this exhibit. And scratching post. Very good. Okay. And this area here I'm going to fill in with these coastal rocks, and then we'll link that up with the coastal rocks that we used to create that little fountain towards the entrance of our zoo. If you can remember way back to like episode 2, I think is when we built that in. We did our dodo exhibit. No real good room for an eastern oak there. So let's just go ahead and drop some more of these rocks in to blend the whole thing together. Yeah, like, no, not that one. But yeah, like that one. That's good. Great. And I can already see that a lot of this episode is probably going to be us sort of doing some landscaping in the 2 areas leading up to this exhibit. So if you like to see landscaping, this is your episode. If you're tired of watching plants putting down, I apologize. I'm sure the next one will be more action-packed. But in the meantime, let's build up some rocks on both sides. And we're also going to put some rock edge around our waterfall here. So we're kind of creating sort of like a faux viewing portal at the base of our waterfall. And just fill that in there so you can actually see that fence, like so. Just a couple little guys like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll extend the ground to give our elks as much room as possible. Okay. And drop in some of these birch trees. Fortunately, like the main sort of plantage that we use at the beginning of our zoo is all like blends in well for the eastern United States, so we can just extend that right into this exhibit here without any problem, including some of these big blue stems. One of these days I'm going to say that right the first time. And let's go ahead and use some of this Cherokee grass that I've become so fond of lately. Fill it in here. Just trying to give the illusion that the exhibit just kind of extends offward into forested areas. So it's more like you're catching these guys in the wild. Building it up. I'm not going to put a big rock in the center area there because I think that might have hitbox issues. So I'm just going to kind of leave that as kind of a shrubby, bushy thing. And then we'll go ahead and put in some of these guys around our waterfall area too. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and grab some of our famous white flowers to begin the decorations. So we'll extend these guys out from here, just following the edge of the path, more or less. As straight as following the edge of the path as I can do it. There we go. Yeah. Let's extend this back this way, like that. And then we'll put more of these big blue stems in here. And then we'll use some of that grass with the daisies in it for around here. And we'll just use it as the undergrowth in that area too. And now back to the white flowers. Yeah, I think that's going to work from an aesthetic standpoint. Okay. And we'll fill in this back area here. Oh, that's kind of a large area. Let's grab some orange flowers, some of these black-eyed Susans to go behind the white for that stretch of it anyway. That's just too big a gap, I think, to not put these guys in. Yeah, we'll extend these guys out from here. Around the corner. Nailed it. And since this is such a large area, let's throw one of these little fountain guys here and then put the grass around it. I guess I could put a statue in too, but I don't really have like an elk statue or anything that would be appropriate. Okay, so let's go ahead now and take care of the other side here. This would obviously be coming off of our blue buck and quagga exhibit, so we're going to need to start by spreading out their yellow flowers. What? Okay. Sorry, I was distracted there for a second. And I'm probably not going to remember to edit that out, so I apologize. Okay, and we'll throw down some grass here for our undergrowth. These guys are a little higher, so I'm not going to worry about putting a second row behind them. But we do need to put them behind the seating area for our Stephen Islands friends. Like so. Oh, there's a tree there. I'm pretty sure that connects. Okay. And we'll grab some of that daisy grass. I think we're going to have to change the fencing here a little bit too. Just so we can actually get to the back of our exhibit. So let's go ahead and make a quick edit. Like so, and we're just going to run this to there, leaving a square open so we can walk back there. And we're going to hide that with our juniper bushes, like so. So, there we go. And grab some of our white flowers, of course. Because we know that not a single exhibit is complete without the white flowers. Like so. I guess I better grab some oranges, tie it all together. I believe these are all flowers available in the American Adventures pack, if I haven't said that before. And then we'll use daisy grass to fill in this gap here. Make sure we get it around the tree so it looks really good. And since this area is kind of big, let's throw down this rock here. I don't want to use the fountain again, but that fills in the space quite nicely, I think. Yeah, I think it's time to turn some attention to our actual inside. First of all, before I forget, lay down the hay. Where is the hay? There's the hay. Hay. Okay. And dropping it all down. And we're going to want to put a door on this exhibit, I think. Usually helpful to have a door. And then let's go ahead and put on the roof so we can do a little bit of editing to that too. So we've got this 2 height here and this 3 height here. Actually, that's backwards. It's a 3 height and a 4 height. That's what I put down. Like so. Yep. And then we're going to want to add a lip to the entrances. So let's grab the 1 height thing here. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Like there. And a matching one here. Yeah, okay. Here and here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and wrap this around with the dark wood. Once we get that. Yep. Nope, I almost passed it, didn't I? There we go. Dark wood. Like so and so. Can we put... I don't think this will work, will it? No, that's not going to work. Yep, shoot. That's okay. That's okay. Just a thought. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and put in some elks. You can see these guys are pretty big. You can understand why they were so hunted, because you can get a fair amount of meat from taking down one elk, it looks like. Not the Cherokee grass. Alright, doing our final walkthrough here. To the right, of course, is our war exhibit. And to the left, you can see the beginnings of our beautiful eastern elk exhibit. In fact, I think we can see an eastern elk already. Yeah, in fact, you can see a couple eastern elks. This is actually turning out to be really good. But of course, that's not the main feature. We want to be able to look and see them unobstructed by any fencing or anything. So let's turn past the waterfall. And beautiful. It's looking great. You can see the majestic. There's 1 buck there. There should be 2 bucks and 2 does in this exhibit is what I put in. So I can't see them all. Maybe one of them already wandered inside. But you can see that's a very nice way to get an unobstructed view of your animals, but without making it seem like you can just walk over there and, or they can just get out real simple, like, let's go around the corner here. Check out that doe that's already up under their little shade structure. Somebody needs to mow the grass here. It's getting way too high. But that's pretty good. And now the real test, which I should have done before I started recording. Let's make sure that we can actually get back there like a zookeeper. So we're actually going to have to cut through the bushes to do this because they didn't make a little path. Because I'm not a very good zoo maker like that. But so far so good. And I believe we can walk around this boulder here. It doesn't really look like we can. But fingers crossed this is going to work fine. Yeah, it worked great. Okay, so here we are. We made it to the back of the elk exhibit. And we'll go ahead and just throw this open and walk inside. And you can see our beautiful, whoops. I guess I actually have to walk through the door if I want to stay inside. But we'll go ahead and walk in here. Yep, you can see there's that other buck that looks like it walked in. So we'll go through here. And we'll say hi to it. Beautiful. Beautiful eastern elk. That's actually a really good skin. I'd never gotten that close to its eyeball. That looked really, really good. So, well done. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. Oh, it looks like they're all going inside, though. Is there still that one that was around the corner? Nope, she went inside, too. So most of them are heading for the pens. Let's go ahead and see about that one that was over here. Yep, she's still outside. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that is a really good model. I'm really glad and happy I found these guys. But anyway, I think that does it for our Eastern Elk exhibit, and hopefully that gives you an idea if you want to put in a waterfall viewing area for one of your exhibits. Let's go ahead and do the usual zoom out and spin to show off our brand new display. Woo! And you can kind of see as we're spinning here, we are coming towards the end of this zoo, I'm afraid to say. Not much space left. Let's hit the map real quick. I've kind of got an interesting space down here I don't know what I'm going to do with, and there's certainly area. So I see about, depending on the size of the animals we use, about 3 to 4 exhibits, and then we will be calling a close to the Rearc Park, which is a little sad because I've had a lot of fun this series. I really did like this video, and I hope you liked it too. If you did, be sure to click the like button below. If you want to keep up with this series or any of the other amazing series on my channel, you can always subscribe. That's probably going to be the best way of doing it as far as I can think. And of course, if you want to request an animal or just tell me how awesome or stupid I am, you can leave a comment below. This is Zoo Tycooner Steve saying bye.